book of Isaiah, chapter 40, and verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with the wings as eagles. They shall run and be not weary. They shall walk and not faint. All right, before I continue, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach, and of course where I learned this truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord select. All right, this is gonna be a early morning lesson on some dreams that I've had. All right, the last couple of nights. All right, and they've been very vivid and very spiritually uplifting. All right, as if I must say so myself. All right. So the first particular dream that I had was not, let me see, it was not last night, the night before last, but it was actually the morning. All right. But I had this dream. I was here at my house I live in now, right? And for some reason there was some other individuals in my house that I didn't know. All right, and I had this feeling of anxiousness. All right, and it was. I just had a real bad anxious feeling. All right, so I went to leave. I was going to leave my house, and the spirit just came over me, and someone was like, "Man, I need to leave. I need to leave fast, and I need to leave in a hurry." All right, fast and a hurry, same thing. All right, so as I'm walking to my door, all right, the impulse just came over me to fly. I was like, "Man, I'm gonna fly up out of here." All right. So I'm inside my house, and I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, I'm finna fly out of here. I'm gonna disappear through the door, come out on the other side, and be flying. So as I went to do those things, all right, I went to fly, and I actually went up while I was in the house, but I hit the roof. All right, not hard in there, but it's like I hit the roof, and I didn't go through it. So then I came back down to the ground, and I unlocked the door, and it's like the individuals that were making me nervous, they came they came out of a back room, and they seen me at the door, and they was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" So I opened the door, I unlocked the door, and I opened it, and I closed it behind me. So now I'm standing on the outside of my door, and they're on the inside. So I take maybe 3 steps off of my porch. I step from by the door, and I take maybe 3 steps, like a long step, like I'm finna start running, like a takeoff, like a plane taking off. So when I take them steps, I just jump. And the moment I jumped, by the 3rd step, I'm still in my driveway. All right, I instantly went up, up. Like I got big trees. My neighbors got big trees in their yards. All right. When I jumped, I was at the top of the trees. I wasn't flying up in the sky and nothing like that at that moment, but I was up high. All right, and it's like I just ran, and it's like I just leaped. All right, and it's a scripture that tell you how when King David was fighting, he had hinds feet or some of the sort. All right, but that's the best way I could equivalent it to. I had jumped, and I was up there, and I jumped to the whole end of my street, like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, not 7, 5 houses next to mine, and a road going down toward the end of the street. And I jumped from my house, and I cleared all 5 of those houses. I was literally, all right, at the end of my road and whatnot. And I was at the top of a tree, still at the top. And that's when I started elevating even higher. All right, I started going up even more. All right, that really went down in my dream. All right, and it was an anxious feeling. It wasn't so much scared, because I ain't a person that do heights, but when I woke up, I was excited. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I actually took flight. I woke my Eva up and told her what happened. I was like, man, dude, I actually flew. I've had dreams where I ran really, really fast, but flying, I've only had a few dreams where I was flying. All right, but that really went down. All right, but then the dream I had last night, this one is a little bit different. All right, see, in this particular dream, all right, I had the spiritual power still. All right, but I had the women. All right, man, put it like this: the Lord had me so many women, I can't even just count them all off right now. I was so many of them, and they were mine. All right, and the Lord gave me this. He gave me like this unquenchable desire to with the women that he gave me. All right, it was so many. All right, like 3 of my exes, you know what I'm saying, that I know, they was all back in the cut. You know what I'm saying? They all came back. All right, and they was all trying to, you know what I'm saying, get at the man. All right, a couple other women that I know, that I've known for a while, had never dealt with them, had good chemistry, but never dealt with them on that level. All right, they were there. All right, and it's like, you know, they was all enamored to be around me. All right, and it's a feeling that I can't even explain. All right, it's like we was sitting on a car, like we was sitting outside. All right, and again, this is just some dreams I had. All right, I was sitting on the car, and it was like 2 women on each side of me. It was 2 on my right, 2 on my left, and then it was 1 sitting behind me. So we were sitting back to back. All right, and the one that I was talking to, the 2 that was on my left and my right, before I was talking to them, and they wasn't Southern Kingdom women, they were more Northern Kingdom women. All right, and they was talking to me, and they was trying to get me to show off some of the tricks I knew. All right, like for instance, I had some kind of blade. All right, it was some kind of blade, and they was like, we want to see you throw that blade and make it stick into that window without cracking, or some shit like that. They was telling me to do it, but at the angle in which we was sitting, it would seemed impossible. So I was like, look, I told him, I was like, man, look, I'm gonna sidearm chunk this way. It's gonna flip up this way, and it's gonna land straight in the window, and it's not gonna break. All right, they was like, do it. So I chunked that motherfucker, flicked it, and it literally did everything I said it was gonna do. Stuck straight in the window, and the window didn't even break. And they were all just clapping and cheering and shit. I was like, man, that's some small shit. But to them, all right, they was like, man, he actually can do it. All right, they were enamored by the power that, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord had blessed me with. All right, and then it was one that was sitting behind me. I bullshit you not. All right, you know what I'm saying. It was the R&B singer Brandy. All right, now the reason I'm saying that, because it's one female that I grew up with in the world. You know, her name is Brandy. All right, and it's like they inter switched. All right, the first, when I sat back and I looked, it was Brandy the singer. All right. So I was like, man, when you get over here? And she was like, I've been right here. I'm waiting on you. What are you doing? I was like, shit, I'm just chilling. And then when I looked down and I looked back at her again, she didn't look like the singer Brandon. She looked like, you know what I'm saying, one of my classmates, all right, that I was, you know what I'm saying, that I had a little thing for back then, all right. And it's like they switched. And I was like, man, what the fuck? And she was like, she started telling me shit. She was like, shit, you know, I always wanted this, and this. I was like, did you really? And she was like, yeah. And she was like, and you can get it right now. I'm talking about, man, they was throwing that shit at me, bro. I'm talking about, it was so many fucking women. All right, it's like, I can't even put it into words, bro. I can't even put it into words, but so many women that the Lord had, all right, around me, man. It was more than I can count, all right. And again, it was a couple exes. All right, the dream was jumping from me dealing with one woman to dealing with another woman to dealing with another woman to being with another woman. All right, hey, and the spirit is heavy. Is heavy because my Eve that I got right now, all right, she was in the dream too. All right, and she was having a hard time dealing with this shit. All right, she was having a hard time dealing with it. All right, it ain't something that she was just able to stomach like that. All right, she was going through her own shit. All right, this is Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right, and that's what I was experiencing in my second dream. All right, I had all these women. All right, some of them I knew, some of them I didn't know, but they were all clamoring and desiring to be with me. All right, that's all they wanted. You know what I'm saying? That's all they wanted. Yeah. I was glad that's all they wanted, because the Lord had me in the spirit of making sure, you know, that every one of them got the business. All right, you know what I'm saying? You can use your imagination on that. All right, but yeah, that shit went down, man. Real deal. 1 second, I can. But yeah, that really went down, man. And of course, you know, it was a little bit more to it. It was drawn out more. I'm just giving you the rough draft of what went down. The best way I can recant it off the top of my head, all right? But yeah, it was a lot of a lot of spiritual things that I took from that dream. All right. I also had in the midst of that dream, all right, my brother. All right, as far as the world would go, that's my identical twin brother. Hey, ever since I done been around, he done been around. I came out 6 minutes before him, but in that dream, all right, he got put to death. All right, and that's not the first dream that I've had of my brother getting put to death either. All right, and every single time that it happens, it's always through a gunshot. All right, you know what I'm saying? He got shot in the back in this one. All right, running from the police, and it happened right in front of him. All right, crazy. All right, but the Lord is getting ready to do some things in this earth. All right, we got to be prepared for it. All right, the good and the bad. All right, not just the good, but the bad too. All right, a lot of our family members ain't gonna make it. All right, but for us who fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hope in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right, we don't have no worries. All right, because everything we lose on this side, we're gonna get back on the other side. All right. But that was just a quick, impromptu morning lesson. Talk about the dreams that I had. Lord willing, they were edifying. All right, I retold them the best I could. All right, I read a couple of the scriptures. All right, to go with it. Isaiah 4:2. In that day, the branch of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. In that day shall the branch of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. All right, key word being escaped. All right, Jacob's trouble is what we're coming into. All right, and that's what that first dream was about. I feel that those were the troops, and they was at my door, inside my home. All right, at that. All right, the Lord delivered me from that. All right, delivered me from it. And he did it in a spectacular fashion. All right, and it made me even in awe of the Lord. All right, it's, man, the things Yahweh Shem Yahushua got in store for the elect are gonna be amazing. All right, I had not seen, ear and not heard, near have entered into the heart of man the things that Yahweh Shem Yahushua have prepared for them that love him. All right, and that's gonna start on this side. All right, being the deliverance. All right, our deliverance from Babylon the Great, aka America, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, is gonna outdo the deliverance from ancient Egypt. All right, when Moses was used to, part the Red Sea, and the Egyptian military army was swallowed up, the Lord is gonna do an even greater work in this particular deliverance. All right, and we looking forward to it. All right, definitely looking forward to it. All right, So that was just just a little personal testimony of a dream that I had. Lord willing, it was edifying. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teaching the quest right learning is true. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom. All right, document. This is where I was at. Showing you this the add-in to the end of the video. So this is where I came out at. All right, in the dream. All right, so I got about right here, and I went from here to about right here, and this is where I jumped. This is where I took off from when I jumped. And when I jumped, I was literally above here. I was above this tree, right? All right, and as I'm above this tree, I went all the way down to about, let's see, let me show y'all. I was above that tree, and I went all the way down to this tree, all right, the end of my block, and I was at the top of that tree right there, and that's when I started going up even higher. All right, so I passed all these houses, all right, in one leap. All right, spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, Shalom.